It is now time for our main event of the night.
Accueillons, let's please
it's
welcome
be an exciting one.
Leon Romero. Mesdames, Mesdemoiselles, Messieurs, ladies and gentlemen, Dimitri "No Stress" Waardenburg.
With a straggly beard,
ladies and gentlemen, l'attraction principale de la soirée. This is it. This is what you have been waiting for. This is the main event of the evening. 3 5-minute rounds in the lightweight division. Ce combat est prévu pour 3 rounds de 5 minutes dans la catégorie des poids légers. Les juges pour ce combat, the judges for this bout: Luc Lefebvre, Éric Philippot et David Terrien. L'arbitre, the third man inside the ring, 20 ans plus d'expérience, a 20-year referee veteran, Mr. Yves Lavigne. Ce combat vous est présenté fièrement par FIGHT4PRIDE Championship MMA. Présentant tout premièrement dans le coin bleu, introducing first in the blue corner. Official weight, 135.9 pounds. Professional mixed martial arts record, 9 wins with 7 big wins coming by way of knockout or submission in 14 outings as a mixed martial arts fighter. Il représente fièrement le gymnaste Tristar and House of Champions MMA from Hamilton, Ontario, Will Leon Romero. Son adversaire dans le coin rouge, his opponent in the red corner. He weighed in, il enregistre un poids, a solid 135.7 pounds. Fiche professionnelle en arts martiaux multiples, professional MMA record, 10 wins with 7 big wins coming by way of knockout or submission in 16 outings as a professional. Il représente le Speedy Gym. Ladies and gentlemen, Dimitri "No Stress" Waardenburg.
Yes.
L'arbitre, le referee, Yves Lavigne.
Protège-toi en tout temps, obéis mes commandements tout temps. Protect yourself at all time, obey my command at all time. If you want to touch that, do it now, go back to your corner. Thank you.
All right, this is it. The main event of the night, the cherry on top. It is Will Romero and the yellow, blue, and red Waardenburg in the black. This fight scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. And some great action early, and look at that. Romero catching Waardenburg.
The overhand right staggers Dimitri. And Dimitri doesn't freak out, doesn't overreact, goes into the leg and gets right back to work.
Waardenburg settling down.
Once Will really got some defending this boxing, you might see him shoot a takedown. I would not be surprised. He's going to really show off some good wrestling if that opportunity arises.
And this is why it is the main event. Some exciting stuff here in the early stages.
That overhand right has been there twice already. There it is again.
Both guys displaying great technique, making great decisions as Waardenburg lands with that right kick to the thigh.
Yeah. Oh,
and that right hand scores by Romero. Staggered Waardenburg.
And Will did not overcommit. He knows Dimitri's dangerous. He's going to pick him apart little by little.
Waardenburg wide-eyed.
Will introduced the idea of the takedown to Dimitri with some head movement and a level change. Dimitri, nice rising knee there.
Waardenburg just trying to settle down here.
Both men have spent a lot of time with this wall work or rope work in their respective gyms. Dimitri talked about that 3 to 4 times a week. They do that down at Nova Unau where he's been spending some time. And a TriStar, it's part of the game week in and week out as well.
And Robin, this is why people love the 135-pound division.
What a great fight. The way this is just unfolding. Two technically good guys. Will's jab just snapping out. Dimitri dropped a couple times already, not phased, as is normally the case with him. Will's eye having a little bit of swelling.
And you're seeing that in a nice combination there by Waardenburg.
Did you see the smoothness with which he wrote that song there? The punches followed by the kick.
And there a beautiful kick lands by Romero, who quickly makes his way back to the standing position.
A lot of people had Romero as the favorite in this fight, and you can see why those right hands dropped Dimitri, but Dimitri's just really shown that he's in this fight till the end, and you never see anything else. For double unders for Dimitri, well defended by Will.
Both men evenly matched.
Watch for a right hand behind that jab now that Dimitri's showing that he's going to slip that way.
Oh, and a nice right elbow delivered by Romero.
This fight is everything we were expecting. Hard right uppercut by Will, and Dimitri comes on and digs the low kick to end as well. This is great. The left hand answer, beautifully timed after the low kick.
A leap in, left hook lands for Waardenburg, but Romero storms back.
Dimitri landed a hard right in that chaos. Will expected a tough one, and he is getting it. Both have had their moments.
A tough fight, but Robin, these are two class acts as men.
Yes, they are. Dimitri's showing a level change after combinations. He is so smooth tonight.
And it is Waardenburg maybe thinking about the takedown, or is he just forcing Romero to work? No, trying to tie up the leg. And yes, Waardenburg gets the takedown. Will he be content in staying in half guard, or will he continue to try to pass and improve his position?
And will this be enough to define the round? A round that maybe Will had as many good moments or more than Dimitri, but this little burst, that takedown and this burst by Dimitri, is that enough to take the round?
Waardenburg most likely will finish the round on top. Must be a very confusing round one for the judges.
Hell of a round from our two main eventers.
Both men used a ton of energy. Both men showed their skill, their heart, their determination, their resolve. We really got to see it all in round one. What can we anticipate? Do you expect from round two?
10 more minutes of this, baby. Great exchanges, good movement from both men. Both just writing poetry in here. You see the feinting by Dimitri. He heated up as the fight wore on. There he landed some good shots, and those leg kicks were outstanding. You know, a lot of these judges here in Quebec have come to MMA over the years from boxing. So they're going to be familiar with this striking and this work here in the exchanges on the feet. So, you know, they're the right judges, the right kind of judges to have, because they'll understand a lot of this after years of judging the sweet science.
Round two about to get underway. Yves Levine in control of the action, and you see the swelling around that left eye of Romero as round two starts.
And his corner would have told him that overhand right in the first round, why didn't you go back to it? And it's exactly what he starts out doing.
But Waardenburg, we saw the success at the end of round one with the takedown and the ground and pound. He continues here in round number two, but Romero doling out some punishment from his back, trying to create space. Will he try to stand up?
It'll be hard to submit Dimitri these days after spending all that time on the ground with Barao and with Aldo.
And Formiga.
And it's Dimitri who mixes up the game a little tonight. I was kind of expecting a bit of that from Will Romero, and it's Dimitri who actually surprises Will with the takedowns. And Will, again, used the overhand right a lot in the beginning, now switches it up and comes underneath.
And we saw Romero utilizing that jab very effectively.
Dimitri's game has evolved so much. After making the takedown work, he showed him the takedown and now shoots a single, converts to the double underhooks outside trip. This kid's good, man.
And there we see that right short elbow scores for Waardenburg, but Romero, he could care less.
Watch for the clinch.
We have got ourselves a firefight.
And Dimitri with the outside trip to side control. He may step over to the mount here. Will has the overhook on the right arm, but Dimitri with the better position with the underhook, and now will work elbows. North-south.
Romero.
And he goes with the Kimura and comes up on top. Who the hell is this guy? Dimitri Waardenburg is a whole new fighter.
But Romero with solid defense there, settling in the open guard.
Hard work on the inside with the elbows. See the positioning. Waardenburg knows this game now. He knows this ground and pound game inside the guard, and he's using it to open, cause the guard to open, and then he'll pass the half. Then he'll sit heavy on this leg. He'll do damage, cause Will to move and try to go to mount. And that's what he does. And Will regards.
But Waardenburg trying his best to make it very uncomfortable for the House of Champions representative.
And a mount. Dimitri Waardenburg, and he gives it up and goes to the back position, knee in.
Waardenburg targeting the rear choke. Romero could be in big trouble here.
Romero's fighting the hands, he moves to the gable grip.
But no, Romero shows his determination.
And he comes up with the underhook. Dimitri will try to pass. Nope. Will gets regard. Back to the full guard, but Dimitri is putting heat on.
Romero slowing a tad as he opens his guard, puts that right foot on the hip.
Looks for the triangle and the armbar, but Dimitri totally wise to it. All that time down there in Brazil, you can just see his reactions. He feels the threat now and recenters himself. Gets control of the biceps. He can elbow over top here.
Romero thinking about that triangle choke.
Yeah, he's climbing for it. And he's got it.
Looking for the arm lock, but he gets himself past. But Robin, you have to be impressed with the evolution of Romero's game.
Oh, but the evolution of Dimitri's game is just as good. Two phenomenal fighters, two super athletic, super talented guys. You saw all of that stand-up exhaustion after round one, and then the different type of game with the ground game. It's two different styles of fatigue.
Looking for the takedown once again, and he absolutely gets it.
Again, takes the single and incorporates the outside trip. Dimitri Waardenburg is just on another level than we've ever seen him. And Will Romero looks good tonight. Will Romero's fighting hard.
And Robin, we have to remember, Dimitri has been in this game for a long time. He's only 25 years of age.
Amazing, amazing.
So to think of what the future holds for this promising youngster.
Wow. I think 2 rounds in the book for Waardenburg. If you're Will Romero's corner, it's all about that overhand right now. And if you're Dirk talking to his son Dimitri, we gotta watch for that thing. And Will can use it to try to shoot a double as well. So Will's got cards in the game still.
And we saw that Will, it appeared that he hurt Dimitri early in round one. Hurt him a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Will he be able to do it in round 3? He's battered. He's bruised. Will he get desperate? Will he try to chase that knockout?
Yeah, or use it to set up a takedown. You know what's interesting? It all happens so fast, and you and I, our job is to describe the action. And because of the focus on it, I forgot. There's so much happened. I forgot Will put him down those times in the first half of round 1. In the second half, Dimitri was on top. But were those knockdowns in round 1 enough to give Will the round?
That's right.
Because if so, we got us a tie going into round 3.
Third round underway. It is Waardenburg who comes out aggressive, but Romero quickly turns the tides. These guys are throwing down. This is why they are the main event of the night.
And Dimitri in on the single wheel, defends beautifully, gets the hips way back.
A little misdirection there, looks low, tries to score high with that right kick to the head and lead uppercut. Both guys trading uppercuts, but Dimitri scores. A right hand lands for Romero.
Dimitri's eyes wobbled for a moment. He needs this takedown. He looks for that outside again and just drags him down.
You hear the corner of Will Romero screaming. Cajun Johnson pleading for Romero to get back to his feet.
It's hard. It's hard to get up when the guy on top of you knows the get-up game. He's going to threaten this Kimura as a tool to maybe create a stand-up or a sweep. Dimitri's got it positioned nicely under his own hip, and he can punch here. If Will can get his hips where he wants them and get this to his sternum, he can sweep him. Now he's got the
Romero
Kimura.
thinking about the Kimura. Waardenburg could be in big trouble here.
He is. He's in trouble.
Romero in the closed guard, a good position for him. Will this be it? Will he get the sweep?
Yes, he will.
He will.
And he'll come up on top.
Comes out on top. He's gonna go look to finish the Kimura, but it's Waardenburg.
Dimitri's fighting for it, and he's throwing punches from under the arm. Will take that leg up over top and now try to convert to an armbar. Dimitri steps over. He can turn it to a Kimura now.
And he's going for it. Awesome stuff from these two ridiculous athletes.
And that work will take a lot out of both men. Who's in better shape? Who's got that desire to go in?
Romero getting to his feet.
Both arms are outside the rope. That's a challenge for both guys. Will look for the back here. Dimitri will try to use this to take Will down. Look at the high crotch.
Romero trying to prevent the takedown.
Dimitri with baseball bat control on the wrist. This is fatiguing. Positioning with smart positioning by Will to get the foot in the mat corner.
Another takedown attempt, but this time
well defended and countered. What a great fight.
Dimitri cannot stay in this position.
High guard.
Considering the fact, Robin, this has been a very competitive back and forth round.
Yeah, that round 1. Once you take into account those knockdowns by Will, you start to think that the educated boxing judges will give him that round. Dimitri had the best round, an armbar.
Submission attempt. You see the grimace on the face of Romero, whose left eye is almost closed.
Dimitri can push both feet in the chest and get up here, but he's not making that move. Will good control of that wrist. He's controlling him by controlling the wrist.
For the sweep. Waardenburg gets to his knees. Romero.
Wow.
Look at this.
And it's Waardenburg on top. Wow.
Waardenburg took advantage of the fact that Romero was exhausted
he created reactions that within them set up that ability to sweep. There are moments too within the middle of a sweep where you can convert to a single. He suddenly momentarily become a wrestler, and Dimitri did all of that and more, and he ended up where he needs this fight to be right now. Can you imagine what these guys' bodies are screaming to their brains right now? And
10 seconds remaining. Waardenburg,
how do you decide
trying
who
to finish
will
strong.
take round 3? Hell of a fight!
What a great main event. Dimitri Waardenburg, Will Romero.
Dimitri threatened that armbar in there. He got that sweep reverse position and ended on top. And if you're a judge and you're trying to figure out, you know, which way you're gonna go, and everything else feels even, you might just give it to the guy who ended the fight on top. What a fight. What a main event. What a night of fights.
A spectacular show. Fight for Pride Championship 2. The main event doing exactly what it is supposed to do, and that is cap the night off. Ensure that the fans that leave the venue here in Laval got their money's worth, and they did exactly that.
Up to bottom, all the fights were outstanding. All the fighters just showed so much commitment to their art, and it's really been a beautiful
Robin,
night
the
of
reason
fights.
why is you can't fool these Quebec fans. They're just used to high-level mixed martial arts for such a long time. They're used to high-level combat. So you can't pull the wool over their eyes. And, well, tonight we got to see two true warriors put on a show.
We sure did, and we're going to get a judge's decision any second. What a beautiful fight.
We will send it up to ring announcer Pierre Bernier one final time.
Mesdames, Mesdemoiselles, Messieurs, quelle manière de terminer la soirée, ladies and gentlemen. What a way to end the evening. We go to the scorecards after 3 hard-fought rounds. Le juge Lefebvre remet une carte de pointage. Judge Lefebvre has it 30-27. Et les juges Philippot et Terrien remettent des cartes de pointage identiques. Both judges, Philippot and Terrien, scored it the same way, 29-28 for your winner. No stress, Dimitri Waardenburg.
Dimitri Waardenburg
Let's hear
impressing
for
here
both
in
these fighters
Laval.
tonight. Beautiful fight, Mr. Romero. Thank you for putting that show on for all of us. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear for every single fighter on the card tonight. And for your winner, Dimitri Waardenburg. Dimitri, these guys, all tonight, everybody had such a great fight. It was such an amazing night of fights. Did that put pressure on you and Will to come out here and just write the best song of the night?
Yeah, well, every time I fight, I'm always thinking of winning. I positive myself in the hands and in the hair. Thanks to my coach, Lee, Dirk, and all the people that came to see me, guys. Your supporter. Ah! And Vincent Comtois from the ATP products. I have you, thanks to you. Tous les autres commanditaires, merci beaucoup d'être venus. J'ai Luc Terrien, Richard Tétrault, Rénovation Horizon, tous ceux qui m'ont aidé. Merci beaucoup.
Dimitri, we've been watching you fight for 10 years now. You're turning into such a complete fighter. You've always had the striking in the heart, but tonight you showed a bit of everything. You should be very proud of that fight, man. Your future just looks better and better.
Thank you, man. I have to thank Nova Union in Brazil and BTT again. BTT, I was always training with them. Lee Villeneuve, Fabio Orlando, all the guys there helping me. Those guys are really good in Jiu-Jitsu. And Will Romero was a great fight. 3 5-minute rounds was long. I've got some bruises. Thanks to you, man, to accept the fight. Thanks to you, man. So it was a great fight, man. Thanks again to my coach.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the winner in your main event tonight, Dimitri Waardenburg. And on behalf of Fight for Pride, congratulations, son. On behalf of Fight for Pride, we want to thank all of you for coming out tonight. It's been a wonderful pleasure to be a part of this show. Good night. Have a great night.